Hey everyone, Maury Curtis Dunbar here. Welcome back to Painted Studio. I'm glad to be here with you on a sunny Thursday in September. Give me just a second. I am going to be pulling myself up. Yay! That was easy today. That never is that easy. I don't know how that worked to be this easy. And now I got to turn on my comments. So today we are going to be working on our cast iron green man. You may have seen him in some of the videos and stuff that I was doing on Instagram, some of our shorts. This guy's heavy cast iron. I picked him up in Cape Cod a couple weeks ago. He was pure cast iron, no priming, no sealing, so we've coated him with a Rust-Oleum rust-based primer. So I had a little fly buzzing around. I'm trying to get it there. I think I got it. And now we are working on him with our Roberson's liquid metals. If you remember last week and earlier this week, we worked on these beautiful cast iron dragonflies. I still love how they came out so jewel-like, so pretty. Used our Roberson's water-based acrylic size after sealing them up with Rust-Oleum so there wouldn't be any water issues. Used Japanese silver leaf, some mica powder, some real gold, and then sealed them up with our Whitson's universal lacquer for leafed metals. I was very pleased with that. We have a lot going on here at Painted Studio, so I'm going to share some news. I was hoping to catch a few people. There is a fly buzzing around and he's driving me crazy. I was kind of hoping to catch up with some people in here first, but we're not going to play around too long. I don't want to keep everybody waiting for the painting. So here's the big news. We're moving. We've been in this location for the last 4 years. It's been wonderful, but we have come to realize our business does not need the retail storefront. So we are moving to a warehouse location. We will still take commission furniture pieces, but we won't have the walk in the door retail the way we've always had for the last few years. It's just not something the business needs. And I'm very excited about the move. It works perfectly for us. So I will be in 6 weeks, we will be in a new space. We will be closing up the doors here October 15th. And for 2 weeks, we will be spending it doing all the moving around that needs to happen to move us to our new location and set up and all that fun stuff. And then we will be back in business as normal. Now, clearly, this does not affect our online ordering. We will be doing all our order filling as always. We're actually setting up our filling station first so that there will be no delay in shipping and that sort of thing as we do the move. And we look forward to continuing to work with everybody. And of course, I'll be doing my lives and we'll be working on projects in the studio as always. We're just going to have a different location and a different setup. All right, so let us swing this camera down to our green man. Just a second to center it. Make sure you can see everything. Now, I have picked an array of autumnal colors in our Robersons. We've got classic gold, orange gold, Victorian gold. I think this is Victorian gold is yeah, that one dried out. That was the one that was given to me that was already open, so that got a little tired. We have royal gold, autumn gold. What else do we have here? We have Regency gold, black and bronze. Yes, there's our new Victorian gold. And we have a little Florentine, but I am not sure if I'm actually going to use this. So far, I have used our autumn gold on the face and orange gold here on the mustache. We've used a little bit of royal gold here on the swirls. I'm going to turn it around so you all can see, and we're going to continue to work this way. Now, he is heavy, so it will wrinkle the paper. It will make crinkly noises as I work. It'll just be what it is. Let me get a couple brushes here. So I'm going to go back to my, that's not my Victorian gold. There we go. I'm going to work on some of these leaves here. Now I'm kind of doing every other one because I'm going to pick another gold to go with this. And when I first painted it, I was painting it upside down, meaning that I was looking at this part of the face, so I couldn't see the whole leaf. This is actually a good thing. Gives me a chance to come in here. And like I said, I love Roberson's products. Look how beautifully this is covering in just one single layer. It doesn't take a lot of paint. The coverage is phenomenal. Levels out so beautifully. Now at the moment I'm just painting in the solid colors. I haven't come in to do the details and stuff yet. That will come in. He's going to need a lot of details on him because there's a lot of light and dark to play with here, so I don't want to I want to pick up some highlights and shadows, but at the moment we're just going to go like this. Excuse me, I have not been able to completely lick this thing that I caught. It just doesn't ever want to go away. I've been coughing for 2 weeks now. It's annoying as hell. Forgive the swearing, but that's how annoying it is. Really, really been bugging me. All right, let's come in here. It's going to paint these swirls gold. This is our royal gold. And with the loss of the Queen of England today, it feels kind of appropriate to be using English products. I do import these from the United Kingdom. They are so beautiful to work with, beautiful leveling properties. So it's a little bit of my tribute to the Queen. I love working with this product. It's always interesting. I've been reading quite a bit, catching the news today while I've worked. And Americans have this funny sort of connection with the English royalty, possibly because we emancipated ourselves from England, but also because I think because Queen Elizabeth is A, female ruler, and B, the longest ruling monarch in history. The only one to come close was the first Queen Elizabeth, and her time of rule was known as the Golden Age. So it'll be interesting to know whether we come up with a title for the time of the rule of this Queen Elizabeth. I will tell you that my trip to the United Kingdom last winter takes on a special meaning for me, since it was the last time I will have been in the United Kingdom while Queen Elizabeth ruled, and you know, I went to Buckingham Palace and did all of that sort of thing, and you know, I have some feelings about it. I think many of us do. Okay, so let's close this up. And you might notice I'm not always rinsing out my brushes. I'm sort of offloading them. And that's because I'm working with golds. So there's no real reason for me to want to rinse them as much as I just want to dip into another shade and let them blend together. So this is black and bronze, and I think I'm going to use that for our green man's hair. And if you're not familiar with what a green man is a mythical creature of the forest, and he kind of, you see his faces on trees and things like that. Hi Danielle and Anne, Ethel, and Claudette. Thank you for coming in today. I appreciate seeing you here. All right, so we're going to use the black and bronze in the hair. And I will come in and I'm going to do highlights and shading and all of this, but right now I'm just blocking in these colors, and it gives you a chance to see how beautiful this Roberson's liquid metal paint is. Just covers so beautifully. I have been bringing in, I think, a total of 4 products from the United Kingdom in the last 6 months, and each one of them has proven to be just a truly spectacular product. We have the Whitson's Superior Adhesion Primer that works on surfaces that are really tough to bond, plastics, melamine, laminates, all kinds of stuff. Things that just don't generally like to be bonded to, and it has worked. It has been an amazing product. The feedback we've gotten on it has been phenomenal. The next is the Whitson's Universal Lacquer. It's brought in for gold leaf and tarnishable metals. Beautiful product, levels beautifully, interior, exterior rated, dries super hard. Another fine product that I am so proud to be representing. Then we brought in the Roberson's acrylic gold leaf size. Truly one of the best water-based, so far the best water-based size I've ever tried, because the adhesion level that it dries to, the tack, is just stunning. It's like an oil-based size in its tack. It's not gummy, it's not gooey, it just dries to this beautiful tack level, and it's ready to use without noxious fumes, which is a big thing for many of my customers. The fume issue is a huge problem. I love oil-based size, but it's stinky stuff. It has a very intense odor, and that's not always great for everybody. And as you know, we bring in our Roberson's products in the small sizes so that you have the ability, all our European products we bring in the small sizes, so you have the ability to try it. And if you like something and we don't carry it in a larger size, all you have to do is let us know, and the next time we order it, we will bring it in the larger sizes for you. Okay, now I'm going to turn this again a little bit so I can see. I knew I was missing something over here. And because of the time of the year, I think I said earlier, I'm just doing our green man in these wonderful autumnal colors, these golds and bronzes and beautiful rich metallics. I think we're going to not do that. Now, I did make his mustache orange gold. There's no reason not to use a little bit of both. So let's pull out some of the orange gold again. I need to fix his mustache anyway. I didn't get up under here. And because these are water-based paints, they can be blended together really easily. So if I want to take a little of this orange gold and come up into this black and bronze, I can do that. I can blend it. I can give it a little softer highlight. I don't want it to be too orangey. I don't want it to be looking like a Halloween pumpkin, for heaven's sakes. But I can come in and I can blend them together easily and get a little bit of a really pretty bit of contrast highlights in there. You know, like everybody has a little bit of highlights in their hair, highlights and lowlights. And look how pretty that is. This is just too orange right there, so I'll brush that out. But look how nicely that softened up and worked that so beautifully. And now that I have, I may put some of the more fresh orange on the mustache, and I'll blend a little black and bronze in there. Mustaches are often on people, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but sometimes mustaches can often be a different color than head hair, either lighter or darker, sometimes grayer. So I like to blend a little bit. I want to play up on some of these shadows in here, so you just blend it into the crevices. And right now I'm just sort of smudging it in, but I'll come back and I'll soften that out. Very nice, very good on there. I'm very pleased with that. And let me just sort of flush my brush out. Again, I don't have to rinse the brushes. I'm working in all these golds. I don't need to constantly change my brush out, because I'm kind of blending one gold into another. We're going to take this sort of leaf shape right here at his face and use some Victorian gold again. Love how all these golds look together. Okay, and I think we're going to take a little of the Regency gold. Just a little more yellowy gold, but kind of older looking, and we're going to swirl that on here. I'm going to take down some of this royal gold a little bit. It's just a little bright for what I want. Let's take this in here. I love these colors. They're so beautiful. They're so rich. And truly, look how beautifully they cover. There's no gumminess, there's no streakiness. They just cover so beautifully. This is looking really, really nice. I'm very pleased here. I think I'm going to take some of this Regency gold and go under here with this It's like a face frame. It's not a collar. I don't even know what to call it. It's just this spot. If somebody knows what to call this spot under the chin, it's not the neck, it's not anything else. It's really just a framed area of the face. All right, let's turn this way, because I did miss a little bit of his hair here. See, I miss things. I don't really recognize things sometimes until I start blocking them in the colors. So sometimes I don't recognize what this is. I had to think a minute whether that was hair or if it was a leaf or, you know, what exactly I was looking at. So we're going back in with the black and bronze. And it makes sense. I mean, his hair blows up over his crown of ivy-style leaves. Or leaves. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to sell this piece or if I'm going to keep it for myself and put it in my backyard, mount it to a tree. Because it would tickle me to no end to see this all winter long, peeking through my trees. All right, let's take a little bit of this orange gold. Again, brush this up into his hair here, give it a little bit of highlight. Really liking how this is looking. I'm seeing this on camera, and it's very different seeing it on camera than seeing it up close, because up close all I see are the flaws. When I look at it this way, I see all the richness of it on the camera. So it's really nice for me to see it. Hi Maddie, nice to see you here. Thank you for popping in. All right, so I'm trying to decide. Now this is the autumn gold, and we've used the orange gold here, and we've played with it a little bit in the hair. So I'm trying to decide if I want to use autumn gold up in these leaves, which I think I will. If I don't like it, I can always paint over it. I love this autumn gold, this rich browny gold. Not really bronze, it really is a brown gold. And I'm not using any other colors but golds on this. I'm not using any silvers or anything. The only thing that's close is I'm using the black and bronze because I needed the depth. I don't have any like a black and gold. If they made it, I'd bring it in, I promise. But they don't. All right. So today my goal is on this live is to block in all these big colors, and then tomorrow I'll come in and work in the highlights and the shadows, all those beautiful details that need to come in here. Now in here I have some vining and stuff, and I'm probably going to paint this area in here black and bronze because then I can highlight the vines in a different shade of gold and it'll make them pop. Again, sometimes you don't see these things clearly until you start blocking in the colors to know what you really want to have happen. You can just look at something and it's sort of this big shape and you have no idea where you're putting stuff. need to work on that one a little bit because I did it from the wrong angle and I didn't get the edges or anything on it. And you know me, I like to get all my edges. But I love how this is turning out. This is so rich looking, so beautiful. All right, that's the black and bronze again. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the Victorian gold. Let's get in there. There we go. Let's grab that black and bronze again. I want to get up in those details here. So that I can later pop the highlights on the crown. Work. And I think I'm going to paint the inside of the eyes the black and bronze. Give them some depth. Now let's turn it around. Get the upside of the eye. Socket. Now I have to work on down in here, but I do need to get in here with the black and bronze because again, there's a little bit of background area that would make sense that there would be hair or background color right there. Alrighty. Now, I need to work on these colors here, and I am sort of thinking. Well, I think there's a little spot I missed. This is why you turn your pieces, because you can miss spots. It's very easy to miss something if you don't rotate your pieces. Okay. I'm loving this rich balance here. I might take, let's take the, I need to think here. Do I want a little classic gold down here? Let's take a look. Is that going to look too bright? It's a little bright. Let's maybe do a little Regency gold, and then I can add some of the classic gold in there. And the royal gold as well. Flow right there, that makes sense. I'm really loving this. This is coming out really, really nice. And I think the classic gold will then work once I put in enough of the Regency gold. I don't want to really use any more of this royal gold. It's just a little too bright, so I'll save it for highlights and things like that. And I might add a little bit of another color in there too. The classic gold actually reads less intensely bright than this royal gold. Like that. And leaves, especially for fall, leaves read so many different colors. Yellows, greens, golds, reds, russets. But I think all these different golds just make it so beautiful. Take a little bit. I think I'm going to take a little bit of this Victorian gold and bring it down in here, right in here, to tie these golds all together. With these a little bit, just get a little detail in there. All right, so I think right now at the moment we're going to stop where it is. We're going to let everything dry overnight, and I'm going to see where I want to go to with the details tomorrow. Hi Kay, nice to see you here. So here we are with our green man. We have painted in his basic colors. I've done a little tiny bit of blending. I can't actually lift him up right now. Well, I might be able to get it from the back. Let's see if I can get it from the back. Because this guy is heavy. He weighs about 10 pounds. So here we are. This is where we are so far. I'm loving this. I do think I want to bring a little bit of the dark colors down here just to bring it all together. But I'm loving where I'm going with this so far. And we'll come back and work on this in the details tomorrow. So thank you everybody for giving me your time. Hey Donna, nice to see you here too. And remember, let me flip the camera up so that we can go back up to chatting for just a second. Make sure I'm in the camera. All right. So just a friendly reminder, I announced this earlier. If you missed that announcement, we are moving. So by October 15th, the doors here at this location will be closed and we'll be moving to our new warehouse. We're going to a completely online format with the exception of our local people who want me to paint pieces of furniture for them, and they will be able to contact me directly and we'll arrange for me to have that dropped off to me, that sort of stuff. But we are closing our regular retail door front. Our business is 99.9% online. We love you all. We appreciate you all. But we are just not seeing the need to keep a retail storefront. So we're going back into our roots, into retail warehousing. We'll be still doing all of our lives. We'll still be doing our teaching. We'll still be doing all this other stuff that we do. We just won't have this storefront window coming by the end of October. It's all good news. Everything's great. So I appreciate all of you, and keep ordering. Don't forget, we're still working on now the September product of the month, which is our transfers. Use the code TRANSFER20 at checkout to save 20% on all of our transfers. Great way to do patterning and decorative designing without actually having to paint it on yourself. They're wonderful patterns that we're carrying, so take a peek. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.